bitch? What you give me, bitch? What you give me, bitch? Found something on my shaft. I'm so sad. I paid for love that night. It did feel so good. No names were exchanged, but that money sure would move faster as her hand stroked me up and down. Unprotected love in the back of an alley. Now I'm asking, what you give me, bitch? What you give me, bitch? What you give me, bitch? Found something on my shaft. I'm real mad. $20 and I'm out of luck. Check it, cause I got my pecker sucked. Think her name was Sally. She did her thing in the alley. A friend suggested her. Check her out, man. Cause she could pursue my orgasm and make my toes pop. Who knew? What you give me, bitch? What you give me, bitch? What you give me, bitch? Found something on my shaft. My doctor asked, what's wrong? What you give me, bitch? What you give me, bitch? What you give me, bitch? Found something on my shaft. I'm so sad. Do I tell my parents or my true lover that I like to fuck prostitutes without a rubber? Do I tell my best friend who's already asking?
Dude, what's wrong?
Low on weight, I can't get a date. I'm asking, what you give me, bitch? What you give me, bitch? What you give me, bitch? Found something on my shaft. My doctor's mad. What you give me, bitch? What you give me, bitch? What you give me, bitch? Found something on my shaft. I'm so mad. I'm wondering why you fumbling with my nuts. You dropped me nuts addicted to the flesh. Who can I tell? I can't go to church. God will send me to hell. What you give me, bitch? What you give me, bitch? I found something on my shaft.
What up, my peeps? My residents. I like that. Welcome to LG's house, episode 30, aka 30, for you weddles out there. Having trouble opening this thing. There we go. Show brought to you by your local STD clinic. If you found something on your shaft, don't make your doctor mad. Get that checked out, please. In Piss Alley is none other than Gary Snyder. What up, Gary?
What's up?
What's up, buddy?
How y'all doing? Yeah, it's been a little bit since I've been here. How you been?
Oh man, my button didn't work. I had a button for you.
What was the button?
It was going to be like cheering. So, oh, there we go.
All right.
Gary Snyder, ladies and gentlemen. Yep. Okay. All right.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Sit down.
Shut
Dude,
the fuck-
titties for real? You showing your titties, dude? Come on, bro. Not
Right.
cool.
Yeah. Greg's up in here already. He says, happy Friday. Yes, it is Friday
Hell yeah.
up in here. Also known as the start of the weekend.
So, episode Dirty 30.
Dirty 30, we're finally allowed to seek out freaky fetishes
On my...
and not worry about any kind of public backlash because it's the Dirty 30s, you know?
I remember, okay, let's think of a memory when you were 30, maybe around your birthday when you turned 30 years old. I remember I was in Austin. I turned 30. I had some friends over at my apartment. It was just a low-key, like 10 people. And I put on this epic playlist. I was like, queuing everything up, and I was like, yeah, this is gonna be badass, man. So everyone's just, the party's kind of bumping, everything's going pretty good. I'm feeling good. It's my B-Day, 3-0, big time. Right in the middle of that party, fucking Rickrolled. And if anyone doesn't remember Rickroll, back in YouTube days, it was this infamous troll, and he'll go around and you'll queue up your music, and maybe 30 seconds in, what was the song that he'll play?
It was what's his name? God
damn it! Yeah.
Yes, Rickrolled. Yes, I know Rickrolled.
Yeah, so the
Everyone
kids,
knows Rickrolled.
Okay, cool. I wasn't sure if the kids knew about Rickroll.
I don't know if the kids do.
Okay, but
yeah, I'm sure they do.
Yeah, but maybe what's important is people our age, they know Rickrolled, and I got fucking Rickrolled like
Never
3
Gonna
times.
Give You Up
Yeah.
by Rick Astley. Ashley.
Yeah.
Ashley.
So I got Rickrolled on my
pronounce that.
30th birthday. What did you do on your 30th birthday? Anything
I
stick
don't,
out?
No, I'm the most boring dude in the world on my birthdays, especially 30.
You don't celebrate?
I have no clue what I was doing.
Okay, I'm not a big birthday
No, I don't
bash
celebrate
guy.
my birthday. No.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of on your side in a way, but I guess it was my big 3-0, and my friends were like, "Come on, man, we got to do something." I was like, "Okay, I want something low key. I don't want to have all this attention, so we just want." That's when we said, "Let's go to your place and we'll just party at your place." So I've never been the big like birthday month, birthday weekend. You know what I mean? Like the way a lot of people like to roll. So I guess you're the same.
I was married and miserable when I was turned 30, so I probably did absolutely nothing.
I always forget that you were married, man. That's just Sean, a mutual friend of ours from Austin, was married as well too, and I
What?
always yeah.
Are you serious?
Yep, he was, man. I don't know how long. I think it was a couple years, but it just it ended in shit.
That's news to me.
yeah.
What? I lived with the dude for over a year.
No one told me.
He don't
You-
talk about it, man. Like you don't
Seriously?
talk about it, man. It's
yeah.
trauma, man.
Okay.
It's trauma, right?
No, well, I'll talk about it if you bring it up. I just don't
Okay.
bring it up. Like I don't talk about it. But
Yeah.
it's not trauma to me. It's
Okay.
a life lesson.
Okay.
It's a life.
It's wisdom.
It put me where I am today. And so would I change it for anything? No, because I would have missed out on a lot of other opportunities that I've had since then. So
Yeah. No, you're right. No, and that's how you look at those type of situations, man, that end up being fucked up, or they start good and then it just goes to shit. But hey, man, you pull wisdom out of it and you just keep moving on, man.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Got to be wise. Wise with my gray beard. I do. I noticed
You
I
got
got
a little-
some grays coming in on my facial hair. I don't like it.
You got the cleanest cheekbones I've ever seen, man.
Oh, thanks, man.
That's. But one thing I do see clean though, nice little clean little haircut there.
Oh yeah,
Looking good,
we can thank your
Looking
homie.
sharp.
We can
Yeah.
thank Christopher Sanchez, aka Christopher Scissorhands, for cutting me up the other day.
Coming up, man. What'd
It
you
was-
think
it was
about
nice.
he didn't even use clippers, man. He did his thing.
That was
man.
amazing.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never had a stylist not use clippers,
Yeah.
like at all.
Yeah, no,
Like didn't
absolutely.
use them, and it's the fade's good. I mean, it looks like clippers, but don't clippers.
Oh, you ripped it, man.
Scissor and comb the whole time, man, the whole time. So that's your boy that you grew up with.
Yeah,
Yep.
we go back. I've known him for easily a couple of decades for sure.
Awesome, man.
And we just have a lot of just a lot of very, very fun memories. I don't know if I ever told you that one time with him where we went to Mexico, went to Laredo, and it was a last split second thing. I really wish it was a party like that, man. But by the time we got to it was like a Tuesday, right? And we got out. We both worked at Super Kmart. I don't remember if you remember Super Kmart.
Mm-hmm.
It's hilarious fucking store. I was a bagger. He was a cashier. I was a bagger. He was a cashier. And by the way, I don't understand about these hood people leaving diapers in the baskets, but diapers were always left.
You mentioned that on another show.
Did
yeah.
I?
You
Okay.
did. You mentioned that people would leave
Diapers.
used diapers in their carts.
Oh yeah,
That's gross.
disgusting.
I put my food in that cart.
Yeah, no, yeah, exactly. And this is before like wipes and all this other shit. So there's this bacteria all over that
Well, the
shit, and I'm
fact that
fucking touching it.
No, sorry to interrupt, but
No,
kids
no.
shouldn't be allowed to sit in the carts anyways. Go ahead.
I agree. I absolutely agree, man. But no, we just got off of work, and it was like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock on a Tuesday. We're like, hey, let's go to Mexico. Let's party. We had just like wild hair up our ass, I guess. And we ended up driving to Mexico, get to Laredo at 3 o'clock in the morning. We get to the courtyard in Mexico. It's fucking shady as hell. And everyone's looking at us like they're going to like prostitute us in this sex ring. We freak out. We get out of there. We're there for no longer than 15, 20 minutes. We're back in the car driving back to San Antonio. I get a flat tire, and I have like the rim of my car, the rim of my spare tire doesn't fit onto my my car.
What?
Yeah. So we literally had to sleep on the road, on the side of the road, and call someone up for help the next day to come help pick us up. And literally there's semis driving by us. It looks like there's two dead bodies, like we got whacked by the cartels, like on the side of the road. And every time the semi run by us, there was honking and the wind would blow me back and forth. It was just so...
Sounds like good times.
Dude, it was one of the stupidest things that we have done, and I share that memory with Chris. What's up, Chris? Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
All right. Okay. Well, we have video of Chris. Chris joined us in the studio the other day where he cut my hair in my kitchen. And let's take a look. You had a lot to say, and we learned a lot about the. It's like inside baseball, but inside the hairstylist life, kind of. You know.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah. So let's check that out.
Yeah, check it out, guys. All right, guys. Hey, we got a special edition, a special guest at the table today. Someone that I consider a ride-or-die friend that I've known for 20 plus years. Also a professional hairstylist for 20 plus years. Again, I just got to say, I have so many memories and so many stories, so many firsts because of this guy that's sitting across the table from me. And that man is Chris Sanchez. What's up, man? Welcome to the podcast, bro.
What up? Nice to be here. Thank you very much.
He's a fellow Marabakian.
Yeah,
Is that what they call us now?
From the hood. Is that what they call us?
I think so, man.
Marabakian.
Is that the West Side?
Well, there's a documentary that people should check out that's on YouTube called the Marabakian documentary that was done by Miguel's
brother.
Oh, yeah, which is a
Right.
mutual friend of ours from that area. And he did this little documentary on it. So I recommend people to go check it out. Just type it up in YouTube and it'll come right up. I think there's only one, but he was supposed to make it like a certain part series and things of that nature.
I wonder if he kept it going then.
Yeah, you know, because he told me that he was going to, but it looks like he just did one little 30-minute thing. But I think it'd be kind of cool. But Lawrence, this guy also knows Jeff. Rest in peace.
Yes,
so we're all bonded
definitely.
again by the word Jeff and the man, the myth, the legend.
Exactly.
So that's how far we go back. And Lawrence, I talked about a story when I first got arrested and when I almost got into that fight at Bexar County.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so for the audience, like, go back and try to find it. I don't even know what episode it is because you know how this podcast is. It's just like vibe and it's just
Up and down.
Yeah, stories are just kind of flying out of both me and Lawrence's mouth. But anyways, that was the first time I got arrested was that story. And a little tidbit of information was the person that I got arrested with was Chris. yeah. So he was, and that was the first time you got. Look at his Marbach. First time, right, bro?
Yeah, it was our first time.
Yeah, you got to get arrested at least 3 times to claim you from Marbach, I guess. But that's what
Something like
that's
that.
What something like that.
Or at least once.
Yeah, what's up? You want to buy a car, vato? But there's a little funny fact to that because on that first arrest,
Oh my God.
okay, we had a little bit of a ritual. We'll get off of work, and I'll go to his place. We'll hotbox the car, jam out to Primus or Metallica or whatever the fuck, right?
Yeah.
And but if I didn't have weed, you know, he had weed, and vice versa. So I remember I called him up. And I was like, "Hey man, you ready to fucking hotbox and jam?" He's like, "Yeah, man." Like I was like, "Do you have any weed?" He's like, "Nah, I got no weed on me, man." I was like, "Okay, that's cool." I was like, "It's cool. I'll go and I'll pick up some weed so we have it. Meet me at my place. Cool." You know what's up going down. So we're sitting there and we're hotboxing the fuck out of this car, jamming out to like Metallica or something like that. And cop rolls up, and cops don't roll in our hood. So
Well, that's the thing, right? For Marbach, nobody. I mean, we were so oblivious to cops rolling up or anybody for that matter. You know, we were careless about smoking pot.
Absolutely.
In the hood,
Absolutely.
we would just do it windows down.
yeah, because no one's
Like it was nothing.
There's no cops in that area really patrolling around.
Yeah.
So So the cop pulls up, and it's like Hotbox Central in this bitch. And we get pulled out. We're on the hood, and I remember the cop was searching us, and he pulled out a fucking sack from you, and I was like, "I see you, mother.
I was like, oh,
I see you.
shit.
Yeah, I see
I'm not busting
you're
but once.
no, you're holding out on me. You told me you had no bud, and they pulled out the bud. I remember I looked at you like, I see how this goes.
I got
man.
busted twice. I got busted twice, not just once. I was like, oh, crap. Oh, here we go.
So, yeah, you went to, of course, John Jay, right?
Yep.
And Anson Jones, right?
Anson Jones Middle School, of course. That's
Okay.
where I actually first met you guys. Well, I say you guys. Well, Jeff, I had no idea that even you and Jeff were even close friends at the time. I
Yeah.
just knew Jeff because of his antics and the things that he would do and stand out.
White boy in the hood,
Yeah.
like Jeff.
He stood out already.
Stood out. People were like, man, that white gringo, fucking crazy dude.
I mean, kind of like the Jim Carrey of our time.
Our hood.
And our,
Yeah.
yes, our
White
hood.
people.
Yeah.
And so that's how I recognized, I would say, Jeff. You know, I didn't even know him personally just yet. And then one day in the morning, I was introduced to you guys. And I say you guys because it was you and Humberto, a.k.a. Robert, a.k.a. Bird Dog, a.k.a.
Yeah.
Birdo.
AKA
It goes on. It goes on and on and on. And it was through my brother, actually.
Carlos.
Yeah, because y'all were friends first.
Yep.
And then that's how we had that little connection after that.
Absolutely,
And
man.
then it just kind of went from there.
Well, it's funny because and Jeff used to MC for a talent show in Anson Jones. He did the 6th and 7th grade MCing, which means he'll introduce the talent and then he'll also do little funny skits in between.
Yeah.
And he did those impressions of George Bush
Yes.
and stuff like that. And you
Ross
were telling me
Perot.
that's kind of the first time you actually heard Jeff or
Can't get fooled again.
yeah, and because y'all were we were in 7th grade, y'all were in 6th grade,
Yeah.
and he was MCing, and
Yeah.
I was the curtain guy because
Yeah.
I had
Which I had no idea.
I had no talent. I had no talent, so they throw us towards the curtain. We open and close the curtain, and you had with Chris McQueen, which
Yeah,
is the best name ever. That's a Hollywood name,
Right.
Chris McQueen's. And he was your skateboard buddy because y'all are like a skateboard squad in the hood,
So then,
skating around everywhere.
He was like my best friend then.
Yeah.
Still one of my homies today as well.
Badass
But
dude. Yeah.
just growing up around that time because that's all we did was skateboard and just being in the hood, trying to stay out of trouble mostly.
Yeah,
So
mostly.
that's what we were doing.
Until you met me. And
Yeah,
and now we're getting arrested in hotboxing cars.
Exactly.
So yeah, you're telling me that you had this Chris
So-
comes to me. He's like, hey man, I got this R&B dance.
Yeah,
right?
so we had these talent shows during the middle school years, and again, we were always trying to do other things to avoid getting in trouble. Like there was at that time, gang members was like a thing. There was so many. I mean, one of our things was trying to be friends with everybody. So anyhow, but one of my good friends, Chris McQueen, he was interested in doing a talent show, and I was like, all right, that's cool. What are we gonna do? And he's like, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do like a hip hop, like 90s dance, basically. So back then, that was like the in thing to do. Like you would see all the videos of all these hip hop dancers or the backdrop dancers, and and they were like in the same kind of outfits, hoodie and
Yep.
things like that, baggy shorts, the same kind of shoes.
Was cross color? No, that was before cross crawlers,
It
right?
might have been like just barely coming out at that time, but definitely we were wearing like just like the hoodie baggy stuff.
Super
you know?
baggy, man. I remember that baggy shit.
And
yeah.
so so Jeff opens it up by introducing us, and like everything at that point just went blank in my face because I'm like, oh my God.
You're in front of a lot of people, man.
Yeah, and it's all our peers, everyone that's gonna make fun of us in every classroom.
Everybody.
And so the curtain opens up and the music starts, and I'm just at a blank stare. And then Chris was like, "Go, go, go, go," and I'm like, "Okay," like I
It's
started.
like 1, 2, 3, 4, not 1, 2, 3. You fucking it up.
Well, and then we had this one little part where like we were supposed to do like a backflip over each other or something like this.
Oh my God. This is so like.
It was so kid and play
Yeah,
though.
yeah, it's kid and play.
It was kid and play, like our movements and our feet and whatnot. And so we got to this part, and it was all out of rhythm. I mean, I wasn't in step with him, and he wasn't in step with me because of our nerves. And at a certain point, we were just making up our own steps. And when it came to that part, because we were just like, keep going, keep
Keep faking it.
And I mean, nobody knew until we got to that part. And right when we were about to do a flip, it's like, no, we backed out. It's like,
Well, I
like, forget it, man. We just kind of stopped after that. We were like, just close the curtain.
yeah, and then since Jeff's the MC, he's kind of doing like the long cane where he like hooks you back. He's all doo 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 doo. You know what I mean? It's just like making fun of you, so which is extra added.
Oh,
you know,
it was terrible.
But yeah, that was your first, I guess, introduction to Jeff's comedy. It was
Yeah,
relentless.
definitely. Jeff was, I mean, he was awesome.
Yeah.
I was like, who's this guy? The voices that he can create, impersonate was amazing to me. And then once I found out, I was like, whoa, he's a kid at the school? That's crazy. And he goes to this school too?
Yeah.
That's even crazier.
Oh yeah, man.
He's from the hood?
yeah,
What?
he's from the hood, man.
There's no way.
Well, that's kind of what you're saying. He's the Jim Carrey of the hood, of,
Yeah.
of the Marbach at the time, man. He was like really wild out there
He
with
was
that.
just talented. I mean, at a young age,
Well, it's kind of crazy too because I do remember, like if we jump up to high school, and me and you started hanging out junior year of high school, senior year of high school, things like that. And I remember Jeff coming to me. He's living on the north side at the time. He's like, "Hey, can you get acid?" And I was like, "I think I can." So I go to you, and you're like, "Yeah, I can get it." And I was like, "What? You had this hookup the whole time?" So that's when me and you started slanging acid. And this is again, we're just kids, man, having fun. So this is all like, you can't get us, Carl, cops. Can't do it. But this is back in the day.
Back in the day.
So I remember like.
Well, first off, okay, the story is really like
Okay.
the way I came about even being introduced to the product,
Yeah,
if you will.
yeah.
So my sister, who's 6 years older, she was dating this guy at the time, and he was the one who. So being 6 years older, out of high school, kind of a college, age now. This person. At the time, he was like, "Hey, man, do you know anybody that wants to buy any acid?" And for me, I mean, that type of drug at the time was like, ooh,
That's
man,
hardcore.
acid. I'm like, oh,
It's
that
hardcore,
sounds
bro.
like it's gonna melt my
Brain.
interior. I don't know what that means. What is that?
What is that?
And I was like, I don't know. And then once you had asked, I was like, okay. And then I was like, well, how much is each little square? Because it was on a sheet of paper or whatever. It was
Yeah.
as big as this paper right
Yeah,
here.
yeah, for sure.
And
That's
had
how
100.
it was.
Yeah,
That's
they had
how it was.
100 of them, right?
Yeah.
It was little pieces.
And we'll cut them. We'll cut them ourselves.
Yeah,
and,
they had it's perforated,
Yep.
and so you could just easily tear them out and stuff. And so I was like, well, how much is one of these? He's like $100, and then I started doing the math, and I was like,
a lot of money.
Gary,
We got a business.
and I think that's how I asked you, like, hey man, this is how much he's gonna sell it to us, and we can sell it, at this amount and still make.
It was like a 500% profit.
Yeah.
It was like something so stupid.
It was crazy.
So that's when I started working with Jeff and us and stuff. And but at the same time, we're like, me and you were just like, we got to test the product. So it'd be like a Tuesday afternoon. Let's drop some acid.
Oh my
we'll drop
God.
acid and like go to the movies, or we'll drop. You know what I mean? Like we'll just like do stupid shit.
The first time we did it, though, the experience of that, it was pretty wild and intense. I mean, the breathing, the hallucinogens, the everything that came with it. And then at a certain point, I remember, like, even after when we started really trying to sell even more.
Yeah.
After that, we were doing like, I think we need to do another one.
Yeah, we're
at
not feeling
in
it.
the same day.
Yeah, it was so stupid, man. That's why I don't know if this is acid like folklore, but they say that it gets stored in your spine.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, if I go to a chiropractor, they fucking pop my back, I'm just gonna start tripping balls because all the acid. Because you're my acid guy. Because me and Jeff did a lot of acid together. But
Yeah.
damn it, like you're the top one because that's what we started doing.
Oh, my
like at that
God.
early age, which is nuts.
Yeah.
And I always just thought like, yeah, you're.
I felt like a real baller at that point, honestly. I'm not gonna lie.
were-
Even though I was like,
Yeah.
you fake it till you make it kind
Yeah,
of thing. Like,
yeah.
I mean, I never held a gun or anything like that. Back in the day.
So what got you from that? Because at that time we were obviously lost, right? We're just trying to, have fun. Like it's like YOLO,
Yeah.
right? Type shit. But what got you into hairstyling, going in that direction?
Well, I was always an artist for sure, and I think being a part of a skater crew and all the people that you grew up in that kind of that realm, which is breakdancing comes a part of that, the music and the hip hop becomes a part of that,
Yeah.
and then all the other individuals that you meet outside of your circle, they bring in a piece of their culture, whether it was like this or that or whatever. And so, like, growing up, I was always drawing. I was always an artist.
Always.
Yeah. So I always sketched a lot of things. And also, I was always intrigued with fashion. I think that also went hand in hand.
Yeah.
So the combination of all those things, just kind of propelled me without even knowing it. Because I was already cutting other friends' hair in middle school just to cut their hair, I mean, they were cutting my hair too at the same time, but like I was cutting their hair. I was like, let me just cut it, I can do it, and we were doing it and not even thinking like that was even a craft, but really not until later I started to see it more as a craft.
Yep.
I thought at the time when I wasn't thinking about it, I would see it. Well, one, I wasn't really looking at it, but from the outside looking in, it was more like, oh, that's a job, right? But once I got in, I was like, no, this is actually very artistic.
Absolutely.
And
it's like being a chef, right?
Yeah.
It's very artistic and stuff. And I remember too, like, and you kind of touched on like fashion and style. You were the first one that I ever knew that can go to the thrift store and get shit and look cool, and you literally just spent $5.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I remember I didn't know anything about that. You know what I mean? Because I'll try to save up my money and go to Structure, go to Express, or go Gap, whatever. And then you're like, nah, dude, like you're going down the wrong. Come with me, bro. And so you literally dressed me my whole senior year.
Yeah.
If I wasn't all punked out with crazy mohawk and shit, if I was trying to like look kind of cool, you will help me out. And you will like pick shirts like, this is cool. Like get these corduroy pants. And it was like, I just spent $5 and I got like a wardrobe.
Dude,
for like
that
a
was
week.
fun. Yeah.
A lot of fun.
That was a lot of fun. And not to say I like to introduce or like to dress people. I like to introduce people to a different type of style and fashion and open up their mind to a creative outlet. I have a daughter that's 20 years old, and I try to do that with her. I mean, she has her own style, but the cool thing about her that she will ask me from time to time, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? And I like that she will still come to me and ask me even at 20 years old. But at that time, yeah, I think just standing out and trying not to look like someone else, that was my thing. I didn't want to look like the next person in the same classroom, like everybody else did. I feel like that's what happened now and this time of age, like with the young kids, they all kind of look alike, especially with their haircuts too,
Dude, okay, so you go that direction, right? You're hairstylist, you're succeeding, everything's going pretty damn good. You've seen all the trends.
Yeah.
So what do you think about this Egger shit? Well, I wouldn't say necessarily it's a trend, but it's a hood trend, right?
Yeah.
And it goes back to Azteca, indigenous
Well,
tribes,
I don't
right?
even think it. I think they started touching more so on that because of the way it started to grow out, right? So I think how that actually kind of resurfaced or resurrected from an Aztecian tradition, if anything, is because they were getting this old school hood, edged up, taper fade, and I think to save money, they would let their hair grow out and just clean me up, right? And the cleanup was cheaper and it was quicker because they didn't have the money.
So it
And
was out of necessity.
out of necessity.
just not
So they
having
would do
cash.
that and everything was growing out, and that's how it transpired to this Edgar haircut. It was like, I think for a lack of money, honestly,
Where does
growing
it-
up in the hood.
Okay. So where does it come from? Because I feel like I was living in Austin, and then I heard it called the Marbachian haircut.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, Marbach haircut? What,
Well, there was this
has to be-
also. I think the way it started to like branch out even more so was through this some artist, some sort of I think he's like a Mexican artist, and I don't know what he sings or what, but a music artist basically.
Yeah.
And I think it was from this guy, and I forget his name right off the top of it because it's someone I don't listen to, obviously.
Lawrence knows it. Do you know that?
No, I don't know that. No, not at all.
But this one guy, and you know what? I think I seen him on one of the late night shows, but I couldn't tell you who his name is or was.
So Lawrence, you've heard of like the Kevin Bacon theory, right? Where everything 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Six-
yeah. I've heard
six
that.
degrees.
Yeah, everything relates. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything. So it's kind of crazy because not even through 3 people, you know Flaco Jimenez. And rest in peace, Flaco
Oh,
Jimenez,
rest
who
in
passed away.
peace.
Yeah, rest in
Yes.
peace,
Yeah.
Flaco. And the
Another
reason
musician.
reason why I say that is because in high school,
Yes.
you actually throughout the whole of high school, maybe some off and ons, he was dating Flaco's niece.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That which is really wild.
Oh, yeah.
I had no idea that she was related to him. And one time, this little story, we actually went out. It was out towards Poteet, and we went out to his little ranch style home. And I went into his home, and I met him there.
Nice.
And quiet man, but he had this big studio in the backyard that looked pretty cool. But I went into his home and met him, and I was like in shock, like, oh, he's really your
That's
grandfather.
awesome.
You're really related to him.
See, I didn't listen to like Conjunto, like it's like Conjunto Tejano, right? Like he's like the king of that, and he's like one of the best like known accordion players of
man,
all
yeah.
time. So just a little backspill on him for anyone that's like listening. Please like check him out.
Yeah,
you know, and his
definitely.
music. And I've seen him live a few times, and it's just like he's like the Michael Jordan of accordion
Yeah.
players in a way, and definitely in my opinion. But I think my opinion is pretty valid when it comes to me
Oh,
saying
yeah,
that because
definitely.
yeah, he's like San Antonio's Jim.
Oh, hell yeah.
So even when I even didn't really listen to a lot of Flaco Jimenez stuff,
You just knew my name.
I already knew by name that this
Yeah.
guy was big shit. And when
Absolutely.
you told me that Liberty, you know, was
That was crazy.
I was like, whoa, shit, that's cool, man.
Uh-huh, yeah.
Like, yeah, man.
6 degrees separation, yeah.
Yeah, so that's
or
it
Kevin
right
Bacon. So yeah, that's pretty wild too, yeah.
A little fun fact too. I was at your bachelor party / wedding
Oh,
in
yeah.
Vegas. One of the first times I've ever traveled. You know what I mean? As far as on plane.
Was it really?
Yeah, it was, and I was scared as fuck. I was trying to like
Yeah.
play cool, like play Bones and shit, and distract my brain. I was playing with Carlos. And
Oh,
stuff
Carlos,
like that.
yeah.
Which is
My brother,
your
my twin brother.
twin older brother. But yeah, that whole like trip was like pretty badass to be a part of that, and you know.
Yeah, a
fucking
little
see how it
crazy.
well, it's kind of like in and out, right? It was like, you know, see you later. Like, I do. And it's just so, we're like, that's it? It's over? Like, what the fuck happened? I dressed in this suit and shit. I was like, strip club.
Yeah.
Fuck it. I'm out.
Give you a drink.
Yeah, see ya.
Yeah, it was quite bizarre to get married out there, but
Super bizarre, bro.
but at the same time, it was a lot of fun, a lot of good memories.
Yeah, that was actually one of the first. So speaking of traveling, you have any trips coming up? Because I know a lot of guys on their dating app bios be like, I
Love to
love
travel.
hiking. I love hiking, and no one really loves hiking, right? But you do.
I do love
you're-
hiking.
Yeah, you're actually a hiker.
Yeah.
Like so, you can back the facts up. And you've been on a lot of hiking trails. So this is me and Lawrence's worst nightmare ever. 'Cause we're like, fuck you. We're not traveling with you. We're trying to chill and get booked up.
Yeah,
But you love hiking.
I like to work for it. Yeah,
Yeah, you do. I mean, it's scenic. It's beautiful. I totally understand it, and I'm sure we're going to do a trip at some point where we're going to be hiking. What is one of your favorite like hiking trails that you did?
favorite hike. I think Yosemite was one of the major ones, and I only say that because we did in 3 days, which is with Humberto. We did 75 miles of hiking.
Lawrence, isn't that crazy? Like, isn't that your worst
So
nightmare?
it's like
I
25
could not
miles.
do that many miles, man.
Per
I've
day.
done some hiking. You know, I've hiked up mountains and volcanoes and stuff. You know, starting at midnight, getting up there at 5 a.m. But
You did the hiking, Lawrence?
yeah,
Cool, man.
yeah, but it was not easy, and I probably wouldn't do it again.
I kind of learned when I was doing the hiking in for Mount Olympia National Park in Washington. And again, fun memory, right? But godly, my quads were burning. Like my hip flexors were swollen 2 times the amount, the way they need to be. And I'm just like, man, I'd rather just be drinking because I'm a lush. Fucking lush.
I think for me, okay, so I think the reason why I enjoy not only just being outdoors and getting away and disconnecting from even like social media or just people in general. I mean, we're part of that era where we didn't have the cell phones, which is great, you know, because you go out all day after school and people would be calling you, but it wouldn't stress you until you got home. It'd be like, all right, who called? And let me call them all back and whatnot. So I feel like that allows me to disconnect from all this stuff that we've grown into nowadays, even more so. But part of that also is my twin brother. Back in the day, he, once we got like the Nintendo or going back even Atari. And then going to Nintendo and whatnot, he would bogart the video game that he would not allow me because he was really trying to learn each game and each move and each button to just destroy me all the time. And
What
so
an asshole.
it would get very, and so
Sorry, Carlos.
So he'd be like, "Okay, you want to play?" And then he tosses the controller to me while he's still playing, and then we'd start the game, and then boom, 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 and then I'm dead. And I'm like, "Dude, well, that's not fair, man. You're not allowing me to play, you know, or to learn." And so it'd frustrate me that I would just be like, you know what, I'm out of here. And so I'd get my skateboard, go outside, and being outdoors was always my thing because I couldn't do the video game because he just wouldn't allow me. So one day, I was like, this little motherfucker, all right, I'm gonna show him. So I would get up at 3:00 a.m., and we shared the same room. So he would be asleep. I'd put like the covers where the light from the TV wouldn't hit him in the eyes or anything, turn it down low, and I practiced every day, every different game, and learned every button. So by the time he would come back around and be like, "Hey, you wanna play a game?" And I'd be like, "Okay, let's play." And I'd beat him, and he'd be like, he'd look over to me like, "How'd you do that?" And I'd be like, "Beginner's luck." And I was like, "You want to play again?" He's like, "Yeah, let's play again." All right.
Beat him.
So, and then I beat him again, and I was like, "Oh, what? You don't like this, huh?" And I was like, "Let's play again, one more
That's how we
time."
go,
And then
bro.
I beat him again, and I was like, "Yeah, you don't like that. See, I learned how to play." And then I just threw the remote to him, and I took off, and I went back outside because I was like, I already learned now, and I can show that I can defeat you. It doesn't matter anymore. You know what I mean?
It kind of reminds me
So I was done with it.
when Street Fighter came out. I don't know how to play Street Fighter badass, but I'll get Baka. Lawrence, is it Baka, Lawrence? I don't
It's
know.
Blanca.
It's
Blanca.
See, that's how uneducated I am with these games.
Blanca from Brazil.
Yeah, but I'll just do that fucking electricity and just sit in the corner and just win every time. And I remember my homeboy Shane.
Cheater.
What's up, Shane?
Yeah,
Yeah. Now he was like a gamer. Like he made money like when he was in Tennessee, like gaming all the time. And Street Fighter is one of the things he loved to play. But I'll just sit in that corner with that electricity blowing out and get him every time. He was so pissed. I was like, Blacko.
Cheap.
I'm a
cheap
cheap
dude.
Duh.
I would do the
I
same
don't care.
thing though. I'd always hit you with like the little light kick, just
Yeah,
over
yeah,
and
yeah,
over, just spam it.
Fucking busting them
or
shins out.
E Honda with the hand.
Yeah, busting them shins, bro.
Oh, that was a fun game. Those were the games right there.
Yeah.
Shinobi, another one.
Speaking of which, I just got the Nintendo Switch vintage games working on
Ooh,
it,
nice.
so
I can't
we
wait for
should
that.
we should do some streams at some point.
Yeah, we're gonna
For
do those
sure.
streams, man. It was funny because
Destroy.
he had a delay on that. And we're like, hey, let's play. Well, no, he didn't have a delay. It was just delayed through.
Yeah, we were dying
issues.
on like Mario 1. We couldn't even jump over the first like little Goomba bad
Yeah,
guy.
I just run right into
Yeah,
the
like-
goddamn shroom.
And so there was like maybe like a 500 half a second delay on when you hit the jump button.
I gotcha.
And then I
gotcha.
found
Like,
out
what the hell?
I had an offset for my sound bar on, like an audio offset. And so once I turned that off, we're good now.
Yeah, no, so we're gonna be doing that for sure, man.
No more
Yeah, should
technical
be good.
difficulties
Yeah,
there.
real quick, you guys were talking about Edgar haircuts, and both of you guys went to John Jay?
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
we
Okay.
sure
So
did.
one of the most famous Edgars is actually from John Jay. I don't know if you guys remember this, but in 2015, these two
Yeah.
Oh,
Dude, when I
fuck,
saw that, it was an
dude.
embarrassment to me. I was like, oh, I don't even want to. I already don't want to say I went to John Jay. I mean, no.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
They
it's
put
like,
John Jay on the map if
they-
it wasn't already.
Dude,
for sure.
The thing about it was like this was actually on CNN. Like
They
big-
did a whole circuit. They went. They
Yes.
went on all.
Everywhere.
This, I believe this is Good Morning America or something. Right? Yeah. This is Good Morning America.
It's like,
right
where are
here.
they now? Or where's this guy now?
His cranial looks so big. Like look at how
Well,
big
that's
that skull
epic.
looks.
That's a mullet Edgar. That's like
Yeah.
that's a blend, and it like has like a poof on the back
I mean,
too.
that's.
I don't know.
If I was going to school with that haircut back then, I'd be laughed at. I don't even. That's
Yeah.
brave.
That's brave.
That's brave.
But now
to walk
that's-
down the halls.
But now that's what's kind of
That's
in
what I'm
it,
saying,
in the hood.
yeah.
Because
Well,
I've seen them all.
If
over
I'm coaching them, then that's the guy I picked to tackle the referee.
Yeah, exactly. You're right. No kidding. It's either that's the guy you stay away from, or that's the guy. Yeah, you make him your best friend. One or the other.
I feel like I sold him acid at some point in my life.
He must have been 3 years old then.
Duh.
Yeah,
I got to make that money, honey.
Yeah. Can you make my hair look like that?
I definitely can.
It's not long enough, but
We'll do a
I definitely
shorter
won't have the
version.
party in the back. That's for sure.
Yeah, we need to like. What is Lawrence like? Like, if you wanted a haircut, right? Like you're gonna get. You said high fade, this and that.
I just go for fades and just like put gel and spike it up. I'm real simple, man. I
Simple
don't
and
do anything
casual.
crazy.
One time I went out with Chris and I was like, so, because, he's a professional. I want to try to pick his brain a little bit. And I was like, so when you go out and you're looking at, people's hair, are you like judging us secretly, little fucker? And he's like, yeah, I'm judging.
Yeah,
He was picking out like
that's any
women's hair.
industry. It's any industry.
Well, it's also interesting to see, you know what I mean? Like why did you pick that? Like the Edgar's, like, why did you pick that? And it's funny because with that, going back to that haircut again, there's a group of people and they all look the same with that haircut. So when one time I was like picking up my daughter from her high school, and I saw a group of kids with the same haircut, and I saw one girl that was dating one of the guys because they were holding hands. So, but I was thinking to myself, they all look the same. So how do you even pick that one guy? Like, you know what I mean? Like, how do you pick that one guy to be your boyfriend when they all look the same? Like, where's the individuality? Other than your personality.
What is the craziest haircut? Like, someone comes in and is like, I want this. So, like, did someone say mohawk
Nowadays?
Yeah.
I don't know if there's really anything that's crazy to me now.
Yeah, you've seen it all.
I definitely have seen it all, and I've seen it come back. So and right now we're just in a position where anything and everything goes. So it's like, what is your identity right now? Like what do you want to vibe off of? I guess are you rocking the '80s? Are you rocking the '90s? Are you rocking the Edgar or whatever the case may be?
Yeah, damn.
So it's more like, okay, let me get a feel of who you are or where you want to go. Because I mean, you can rock anything now,
Well, I think what's cool about your industry, because back then when you're trying to be a hairstylist, right? Like I'm talking about like you're doing color, you're doing like hardcore like stuff, and when you're dealing with a woman's hair, you're dealing with her identity, her sexuality,
personality,
femininity, everything. You're dealing with a lot of complex situations.
Yeah.
And I was a personal trainer. 80% of my clientele was women. So there was a way that, as a guy, you have to navigate through all that because they're going to confess things to you. Like, because you build that rapport. Yeah. And I always felt like it was bartenders, personal trainers, hairstylists, tattoo artists as well. Yeah. Like when you have that one-on-one session, they start to convey things to you. Was there any kind of confessions, or is it just pretty much just like my husband sucks, like just basic stuff that we've all heard?
I mean, you get a lot. I think majority of the time you do get a lot of the basic stuff, but often you do have one of those little Easter eggs where it's like, oh man, what happened?
You get some inside tracks.
Yeah, like it gets pretty dirty or gnarly, but it's not like every time. It's just once in a blue moon, and it's real juicy, and you're like. Yeah. Let me. They'll start off by saying like, "You want to hear a story?" Or guess what? And I'm like, "What? Tell me what happened."
What's going on? And you just sitting there cutting.
Yeah, and I'm just listening, because at that point I'm their therapist. I could ask the questions back and pick at their brain and try to get inside to see like, okay, what's your thought process? There was one time where this young girl, beautiful, attractive bartender girl, was dating somebody that was married, and she could have anybody, and I'm like, but he's married, right? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, why? And you're okay with that, right? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, why? She's like,
so did you start extra clipping hair and fucking her shit up a little bit?
Like, I'm like, here, single, I'm like,
date me. Yeah, fuck. Come on, man.
No, she was a good friend of mine. She was really cool. But
gotcha. Is she single?
No, she's moved on. She's no longer in San Antonio. But if I had other, clients, I mean, eventually they become real good friends. A lot of them do. And so, yeah, it becomes a little easier to tell their deep, dark little secrets,
It comes out. It comes out in those environments all the time because I've been a part of where they're dropping some really trauma type stuff where I'm like, I think you got to go to a therapist. You know what I mean? Because I understand ear bending. I get it. But I understand when they're trying to get my point of view. It's like, I can't put a point of view on this kind of trauma because I'm not a trained professional.
Right.
But I don't mind at all my ear getting bent. That's fine. Yeah. That's cool because sometimes they just got to get it out and just be surprised on sometimes they don't want to tell their husbands this. Right. But they'll tell you because they just need an outlet for that release.
It's more of a way to vent, I think, because you can't vent to your husband or someone that you live with on and on and on because that can get old and wearing and just weighted on the shoulders for anybody. I think whatever the case may be, maybe sometimes it's about work, nothing really serious personally, but outside in work environment, and that can be stressful. I've seen that with a lot of clients as well. Or, even someone that's passed, or, death, something that's coming to, as far as something traumatic, I've kind of seen all that too.
Yeah, it kind of goes with it in a way.
Yeah, I mean, I've been doing it for 27 years, 28 years now, and
Dude, that's a long
it's
time,
all
bro.
ages. And I think the cool thing about my career is that I started at a certain point, but all these lives that I've come across, they've already lived majority of their lives, for some of them.
Yeah.
And some of them, they were just starting their lives, and I'm like almost in the beginning of my career life. So I'm still young, in my 20s, but I was doing like even kids that now are in their 20s, when they were like 2-3 years old. So I've seen those changes, and I've seen not just their changes within themselves as far as a growing individual, but the things that come with life as well.
Yeah.
And the changes that help them become who they are today, right? And the same thing for the older clients that I had, it's kind of guided me in that path of like, okay, where do I need to go? I've seen this before.
Yeah.
How do I navigate through that, or what should I do? So it's been interesting, when they say like history repeats itself, it kind of does. And like there's these patterns in life, and they're not necessarily a screen print of like a direct handprint or a footprint, I should say, but it's something you can read off of and be like, okay, there's something here. Where do I go next, kind of thing.
I met some really great mentors,
Mm-hmm. You get a lot of those.
Yeah, I get a lot of. I met so many really cool people, humble, successful,
Yeah.
and then I'm personal training these people,
Right.
and meeting these type of people, again, just does nothing but grow us as human beings, because
Right.
we like to joke a lot, Marbach, this and that. But to me, like, to surround myself around successful people that are humble is something that is very, very important to me. So when I moved up to Austin and I got involved with personal training, I was also now, in this, which I always feel like personal trainer, hairstylist, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's a
Kinda
lot
the
of
same.
linkage there.
Yeah.
We're all toxic,
Yeah.
And hairstylist women have like the worst like reputation ever.
The rep.
Yeah, they got hard. Like there's like, don't date a hairstylist, right? Like
I've heard.
and
I've
it's
heard.
like it's that with personal trainer. Don't date the personal trainer. I'm like, God damn it! Like
It's that left brain artist
it's
in
like,
us.
Yeah, it's like Scorpio, personal trainer. I'm like double toxic.
There are a number of celebrities that have been cheated on with their
Exactly.
personal trainers. It's like the dental hygienist, the personal trainer,
It's fucked up, bro.
the hairdresser.
Is that the reputation?
See, I was professional through and through, man. Like no funny business, no nothing. But it doesn't matter. Because what the facts that Lawrence just dropped, I mean, the facts, bro. Like fucking personal trainers fucking up.
It's a fact.
It's a fact.
Well, I had a friend of mine, and he had just gotten into the hairdressing business, and this guy had kind of like Jeff a silver tongue, right? Another white boy. But being in the industry, working majority women, and he literally screwed his way through.
Oh God!
And he ended up not having a clientele because of that.
The rep. It's all about the rep,
And,
man.
he was just cycling through the girls, and I was like, bro, you're not gonna have a business, and you're gonna have this reputation. That why were they gonna come to you? And even if they did, because of your reputation, it's not gonna last that long.
Unless you're Zohan, I don't think they're going to be coming
exactly.
to you.
I was Zohan. No hand push up.
Highly underrated movie, by the
Oh
way.
man.
So the real reason we brought you here is because we want to exploit your talents.
Yeah.
And we want to see if you can do. We know you're not a magician, but we know that you're
Right.
a hairstylist professional, and we want to see if you can do something with the dead raccoon that sits comfortably on Lawrence's skull. Take that off, Lawrence.
Oh,
what do you
yeah.
think? What do you think about that? Can you work any magic with
It's like
that?
Lego man hair right now.
Definitely, it's blocked, right?
You just pop it off.
Yeah, there's some room to work with for sure.
I don't know what we got here.
You could do that.
Just let it go wild.
Add some texture.
Okay.
Get that
some color to
texture,
a hot pink.
texture bangs in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got
The texture fringe. That's a new
It's
look
hat
there.
hair right now. That's what it is.
All flat.
No, we'll get you. You think about? I think we should like give him a hookup, man. What do you think?
I think it's a go.
All right.
Let's do it. Let's do a hookup.
Am I getting an Edgar, or am I going to let your artistic talent take us away?
My artistic talent. So we'll save you by not doing the Edgar today.
I've done the Edgar before.
Yeah.
Okay. So real quick before we get out of here, how can people follow you? Do you have public social media?
Yes, definitely on Instagram. It's the handle is hairdresser_Christopher. You can find me there.
That's easy enough.
Yeah.
Easy. How do you spell
Yeah.
Christopher?
CHRISTOPHER.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll get that on it for sure.
Standard spelling.
Yeah.
Very good. Classic spelling. I like that.
Thank
you didn't
you.
try to trick it up at all.
No,
Good.
no, no.
I'm surprised you were
K.
able to get that as a handle. That's crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
should be
even with the underscore,
Yeah.
I'm surprised you were able to get that.
I guess ahead
You
of
got
the
lucky.
curve.
There has to be some gay guy in Brooklyn that was like Christopher hairstylist, and he's like, "Oh, I got taken." And he's all pissed off.
Yeah, I guess I was a lucky one. Yeah, I just
Cool,
try to stay ahead of
cool.
it.
And do you have a brick and mortar somewhere where they can?
No, but you not my personal, but I have a space over at the Truesdale off of I-10 in Heber.
Okay, perfect.
And let's also real quick, because the audience, I'm sure they can. Let's introduce the doggy. Ozzy.
Oh yeah,
Because
there's
this is
there's
my
something
little
popping
puppy.
up out of your
Yeah,
out of
yeah,
your
yeah.
lap
I kept
every few
rubbing.
seconds.
The
I was
audience
like,
is
what is that?
stroking your dick.
I was stroking my weenie
I know.
here.
Yeah, your wiener kept popping up.
Stroking that weenie.
This is Ozzy, and Ozzy's 11
what's
weeks
up?
old.
Okay, who brought the
Yeah.
dog?
Oh, a little
Named
shy.
after.
After Ozzy Osbourne.
Rest in
Yeah.
peace, rest in
peace,
go.
bro.
So rest in peace. Yeah, definitely
old
legend.
floppy.
Is that a regular dachshund?
Regular
Or
miniature. It's a
regular
miniature.
miniature dachshund. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, it's cute.
he is a cutie.
That's
He
super
did good during the interview. so.
Yeah, yeah.
Not a
He-
peep.
He did
Yeah,
great.
not a peep.
Not a peep at all, man.
Unlike my dog. Yep.
Well, yeah. Here at LG's place, we stroke wieners all day. It's just a beautiful thing.
I love it.
Well, let's get this haircut going.
Watch out for those lice up there.
It's like that South Park episode.
Keep those there.
Yeah,
We got drama happening.
those are my pets.
There you go. Voila.
All right, let's take a look, man, in the mirror over here.
Oh, there it is. Oh my God.
Oh, it's an Edgar.
It's a dagger. Put some gel in that shit.
Oh yeah. I can tell the difference between
Yeah.
the clips.
It's kind of crazy how you take it to the clips.
That's crazy that you didn't use any clippers.
Yeah, that's nuts.
It looks like really good.
Yeah, my pleasure. Definitely.
All right, guys, we got a new guy on Bumble coming up in here. Guys. So, ladies, you gotta swipe on this right here. This is like perfect, like perfectness.
Yeah.
But thank you for coming to the show, man. I really do appreciate it. And Chris, thank you for coming to the show. I really do appreciate it, man. And thank you for cutting my boy, man. Shit, give him that proper haircut, bro.
It's nice, right?
Yeah, it looks nice, bro. Yeah.
A couple days later, but yeah, it's all right.
Well, you took care of that cowlick, man, because I have a cowlick in the back. I know, obviously.
It's the worst.
Dude, it's like the black hole of manhood because it sucks in my manhood. Because every time I see it, and it's like this, I feel like a little boy. I feel like I'm 12 years old again.
Yeah.
So it's just
it's so hard to deal with.
It's
It's awful.
it's a whirlwind of depression.
It's like the downward spiral, like on the 9 Inch Nails album, right here in the back of my head.
Well, you
And
know,
if I don't comb it right, it looks like the Ginobili bald spot, even though it's not a bald spot.
I got friends that have like 3 whirlwinds on their head, like knots. I'm like, damn, what the fuck? Did you get burned? Like, does somebody throw boric acid on your skull and it's all fucked up, man? But so I'm
Nice.
happy that I got one. But look, man, now your haircut looks great, brother. And hey, Chris, man, thank you so much for coming out.
All right. Yeah. Thank you so much to Chris Sanchez for the haircut. Appreciate you. Follow him on Instagram. his Instagram handle. I'm going to pull it up on the screen real quick right now. There it is. Let me full screen that for you. His Instagram handle is hairdresser_Christopher with PHOER. Christopher. Traditional spelling. And check that out, man. These are not cheap haircuts right here that you're looking at. Those haircuts, those are hundreds of dollars right there. There's people I know that fly to LA to have something like that done.
Not saying, man. But you can get that professionalism here in San Antonio.
can.
And there's a
You
lot
can.
of badass hairstylists here, man. So, like, yeah, but give my homeboy Chris a shot, man.
Yeah.
He's, as
Christopher,
you can tell, he's badass.
hairdresser_Christopher to hit up Christopher Sanchez and book a hairdressing appointment.
And he did all these tripping on acid. That's why the color is so on point, man. Because you have to be in those realms. It'd be like in the 4th, 5th realm to be able to pull off the top of
And you didn't even really get into this stuff.
Yeah,
This dude's an artist.
he's
as
an
well.
artist. Yeah. He's an artist, man. Like he's made some pieces for me that still hang on my wall today, man.
Like these are like iconic. Like is that Princess Leia?
Yeah, Princess
Like,
Leia. Check that out, man.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Give
Like-
this dude a follow. Come on.
Yeah,
now.
please, guys. Yeah, if you ever go to his house, if you're lucky, like me, now his walls are just like covered in like all of his stuff.
Dude,
And,
that's dope. We didn't even get it. We might need to have him on as the artist instead of the hairdresser next time.
You know, we'll do a. We kind of talked about like maybe doing it more barbershop. You know,
Yeah.
So maybe on the 1,000 subscribers, I guess.
We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens. We'll
see
pull
what
something out of
happens.
there like that.
So today's a big day. Did you know that, Gary?
No,
It's
I
a
didn't.
huge day.
Okay.
Something has happened today that has never happened in the history of this program ever.
Okay.
Yeah. A parody account has been made.
No way.
Yeah. Gary Glitter. Welcome to the show, Gary Glitter.
Gary Glitter.
Gary Glitter is up in here. The the pervert from the 1970s, British dude that
Gary.
molested a lot of people, but he looks a
Oof.
lot like you. I don't know if you see the avatar there,
Oh shit!
but he looks a lot like you, and he says, "Great show, boys."
I need
And
a cut.
he needs a cut. Yeah, he needs a cut. So
Here we go, man.
The
Game
very
time.
first parody account. I'm going to say that's a parody account.
I think that is.
I
man.
think that might be a parody account there.
Damn. That's
Needs a cut.
wow. That's I mean, I don't know if I'm impressed because it's off of Gary Glitter, which is
I've actually spawned a few parody accounts
Okay.
on different social media accounts over my years of being in the media and on different radio shows and podcasts.
Yeah.
But this one is special because this is my own show. This is the
Hell
first
yeah,
time I've
man.
had my own show. So this one is real special.
Well-
Gary Glitter, whoever's manning that account, you better make yourself a staple. That's all I'm saying.
Keep it
You better
coming,
make
man.
yourself a staple.
Dude, I love parodies, man. I'm all about it.
Yep, exactly.
Bring it on. That's cool.
I may have to see if I can play some rock and roll part 2. Just break the copyright rules just for Gary Glitter up in here. You know, they play it at every damn NBA arena. You know what? I want to look up Gary Glitter's record. His criminal record.
I mean, yeah, I was gonna
Yeah,
say,
yeah,
do you really want to look up this dude's criminal record?
Yeah,
it's like the worst Gary. Like, okay, I haven't really met a lot of Garys in my life, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when I meet a Gary, I'm like, oh, cool, you know what I mean? But it's always someone sucky, like Gary Shandling or Gary Glitter, you know what I mean? And then, so when I meet a Gary, I'm like, oh, awesome, but Gary
He's got
Glitter, god damn, that's like one of the worst Garys I think in history.
He's
Just
got a
because of
very
what he-
very long rap sheet.
dude. It's
Yeah,
it's pretty fucked
long.
up. But hey, man,
So I'm not even going to go into it like very detailed, but he has a 97 arrest and 99 conviction, which include pornographic images of children on a hard
god
drive.
damn.
And then he has something where he was convicted in Vietnam, of all places.
I feel like everyone was convicted.
Oh,
at some
yeah.
point.
He got held on suspicion of having sex with 2 underage girls. Okay. And, yeah.
Damn.
And then something happened in 2015. He was convicted. In 2023, he was released and then re-imprisoned. So he's still making headlines, apparently.
God damn. Well, yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, that's the parody account, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, you picked a hell of a parody account there.
No shit. That's some balls of the wall stuff right there for sure.
Yep. So yeah, he's known for that. I don't even want to play it honestly, but it's that dun, 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 dun. Like they play it at every arena, and yeah, maybe he should get the Bill Cosby treatment and just
Yeah. We don't.
yeah. You got convicted, Gary. He says he didn't do any of that, allegedly. It's not allegedly when you got convicted, man, unless you're the president of the United States. Come on now. Jesus.
Tony, I need a Gary cut. Look at Tony. That's a
Oh, shout out.
Keep it simple.
Shout out to McG, a.k.a. Tony Gregerson over there.
What are y'all doing on a Friday night, man? Like, this is just...
I keep forgetting it's Friday,
It's
man.
fucking Friday,
Yeah.
man. I got to work all weekend, so this is it.
So it's y'all have a good weekend because it's Friday and we got to get our Friday on. Greg, I heard you about the tequila. We got to meet up at some time. Greg, I don't know. We'll figure it out. Gary, let's meet Greg somewhere.
Sounds good, Greg. Much love.
Yep. Where's my beat?
Oh, shit.
Shout out to Gene Centeno for creating all the music for this show.
Shout out to Chris. Thank you so much, Chris, for being a part of this show.
Special thanks
you.
to Chris Sanchez for giving me a haircut and being a awesome guest on episode 30 of LG's House. You can follow us on Spotify, iHeart, Apple, Amazon, YouTube, freaking everywhere that you get your podcast is what they're telling me. The suits that run this network tell me that's what I need to say. You can hear us anywhere you get your podcast. Please subscribe. Appreciate Gary Glitter. Appreciate Greg.
You appreciate Gary Glitter?
Not the real Gary.
Not the
Glitter.
real one,
No,
but the
not
parody.
The real
The
one.
parody
Yeah, it's the
one.
parody. We out this bitch. Peace.